Okay, students, so now we are going to start a mock interview for our student Lakshmi, and this mock interview for CSL, and Lakshmi is from civil engineering background. So Lakshmi, first of all, describe yourself in one word.
Smart.
Who told you this?
I myself believe that I am smart.
Smart in what sense? By appearance or something different?
Not in appearance, I mean, sir. Whatever I do, I try to be smart always.
In general, how do we see this word smart?
Sir, it can have different meanings. Some may say it as smart means they may first get the idea of over smart. I didn't mean like that, but whatever I do, I try to be. I try to do my maximum. So in that way, I think I'm smart.
Okay. So if someone meets you first time, how can you prove this?
With maybe a firm handshake and a warm wish.
Okay. Okay, now tell us other things about you.
So I'm Lakshmi. I am coming from Alappuzha in Kerala. I did my B.Tech in the year 2016 from University of Kerala. After completing my course, I started working as junior engineer for Southern Railway Track Doubling project. And the main duties assigned to me were surveying, leveling, quantity estimation, earthwork calculations, etc. After working there for 2 years, I got selected as engineer civil on short-term contract basis at Indian Space Research Organization for its center, Liquid Propulsion Systems Center at Vallyamala, Tirunelveli. There, I was assigned as the site engineer for one of the prestigious upcoming projects of ISRO, that is the High Thrust Electric Propulsion System Facility. And it was a project worth 120 crore rupees for the construction part alone. And the main duties assigned to me there was, it was a major construction project involving pile foundation, then pile load testings were there, then site supervision, construction of retaining walls, road works, etc.
Okay. So first you worked as JE.
Yes, sir.
So that was permanent job or contract basis job?
No, sir. That was I was with the contractor side.
Pardon?
With the contractor side.
Or okay, it was on contract. So when it was ended, then you changed new job or you broke the contract?
Sir, I am not able to hear you.
Are you getting me, Lakshmi? Ruchin sir, are you getting my voice?
Sir, I am not able to hear you.
Sir, your voice is breaking.
Now it's okay, sir.
Okay. So Lakshmi, my question is,
yes, sir.
You are working as a JE on contract basis, right?
Right, sir.
So was contract over or you broke that contract and joined another job?
Sir, that was when I got with ISRO and the project was almost in the final stage. That's why I left the job and joined ISRO.
Okay. So what was the objective behind joining ISRO?
So ISRO is something where we get a lot of experience. We can get new knowledge from there. We can experience high quality standards of construction. So that I left my job and joined ISRO.
So you are satisfied with the work you have done with at ISRO?
Yes, sir.
So did you try to continue this contract with ISRO?
Sir,
or to get your job permanent there? Did you try something?
Yes, I have been trying. Sir, my contract from ISRO ended in last May month, and after that I have been trying for exams, for competitive exams. In that I gave a priority to ISRO exams also.
Okay.
Unfortunately, due to this privatization thing, they are not conducting recruitment. So I'm just hoping for it also.
Okay. So right now, what is your next step?
Right now, my next step is to perform well in this interview and get selected for CSL.
Okay. Suppose you are selected.
Right.
Then after working for 2 to 3 years, what will you do? Will you make some new dream?
Sir, I believe CSL is one of the best places where I can showcase my skills, the kind of experience I have in the construction field. So I don't think I will shift my idea to something else. I will stick on
So you completed graduation in 2016.
Yes, sir.
After that, did you try to join CSL?
No, sir. Actually, I am unaware about this in recruitment that time.
You were not aware?
No, sir. And there was only very less vacancies for civil engineering also. So
Okay,
as I was working, I was not able to full time concentrate in my studies also. This was one of the other reasons.
So now what do you know about CSL?
CSL is one of the CSL is the top shipbuilding company in India and one of the global competitors for shipbuilding and ship repairing section. And it delivers the quality output. And yeah, it maintains the quality standards in its construction. That's why it is the pioneer.
So what is percentage share of government in CSL?
75%.
Sure.
Sorry, sir, I'm not sure about it.
Then why did you tell this 75%? From where did you get this point?
Sir, normally what I have read from this PSUs normally have that range of percentage.
So just guess, you just guessed that 75.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you may be guessing other questions also.
No, sir. If I guess, I will definitely say that was a guess.
Okay, so is CSL the only organization dealing with ship building and repair in India?
No, sir. There are private participation also. With companies
like,
sir, one of my friends owns a shipbuilding company. She's a young entrepreneur and she owns a shipbuilding company and its name is Crown Ships and Boats.
Okay, any other? Okay, under which ministry it comes?
Ministry of Ports. I'm not sure about it.
Complete name. Do you know the complete name of the?
No, sir.
No.
No.
And who is the highest authority in CSL right now?
Sir, his name is Mr. Madhu. He's the chairman of CSL.
Okay. So CSL has any of its location outside India?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Where?
In Andaman, I guess.
Andaman is outside India or in is Indian part?
Indian part, sir. Sorry.
Then why?
Sorry, sir. I mean, it's outside Kerala. You are asking.
Outside India, I am asking, na?
Okay. No, I don't know about it, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now you told us about you that you are smart, right? Every person has some pros and cons, some negative points and positive points. So how many negative points do you have?
Sir, I have many negative points.
Like?
If I rank, then my first problem, negative point will be like I have this fear of public speaking. I had that, but I was constantly trying to improve on it. And one more thing is impatient. I get impatient very fast. So these two are on my top priority negative things I have.
An engineer always need to face public.
Yes, sir.
You have to supervise a lot of workers.
Yes, sir.
So then why should we recruit you?
Sir, I'm constantly trying to improve on it. I know
So
my limitation.
In how many next years you can completely remove this negative point from your personality?
I will try my maximum, sir. I'm not sure if I can say the time limit within which I can achieve this, but I will try my maximum. That is what I can ensure you right now.
Okay. Any other point you want to mention about you? Anything you want to tell? Anything special?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay, sir, you can continue now.
Okay, Lakshmi, as you told that you had a work experience as a JE, can you tell me what was your job role over there? What was your primary role?
Sir, it was on the side job only. It was a track doubling project. It was a single lane railway track. There was a doubling project was going on. In the main, what I was concerned is about earthwork quantity calculation, surveying and leveling, fixing of levels.
Okay, so for railway track, you had this on site.
What, sir?
For a railway track. Okay. Yes, Lakshmi, tell me one thing. When you go to a railway station, you find that there is a board on which it is written what is the name of the station, and there is one more specific term written: distance from mean sea level. Okay.
Yes,
the height from mean sea level is, let's say, 200 meters. So, tell me, the 200 meters, it is from where to where? From which point to which point it is that height?
Sir, it is from the mean sea level to that particular point where the marking is made. It means the platform level.
Platform level.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Asha, tell me, what is the height of coping we give?
What is coping, sir?
Coping, COPING. Not heard of it?
Yes, sir, I have heard about it. It is basically used to protect the top of walls from battering from rain, but I am not sure about the height of it.
Okay, no problem. Tell me, what is squaring of railway tracks or squaring of sleepers?
Squaring. I think, sir, it is it between the packing of ballast?
Not exactly. Okay. Anyway, so you belong to Kerala region, right?
Right, sir.
What is the predominant type of soil found in Kerala?
Sir, in Kerala, we have coastal region and also highlands, but commonly found soil is laterite.
Okay, laterite. Can you tell me a specific use of laterite soil?
Sir, it is used for manufacturing bricks.
Okay, for manufacturing bricks. Good. Okay. Can you tell me what is shear strength of soil?
Shear strength of the soil is the ability to withstand shear stresses, and it can be found out by Atterberg limits.
From Atterberg limit, you will find shear strength?
Sorry, sir. Shear strength can be found out using direct shear test and triaxial shear test, Wayne shear test, and unconfined compression test. So these are the four tests we generally use for determining shear strength.
Good. So can you tell me what are the assumptions involved in direct shear test?
In direct shear test, we assume the failure plane is always a horizontal plane, and from the Moore Coulomb equation, It is based on Moore-Coulomb equation, and it says that the shear stress of the soil is primarily dependent upon the coefficient and effective stress. And also from this direct shear test, what we can find is only the ultimate value of shear stress at which the specimen fails.
Okay.
And
Okay, so let me give you a situation. This test, what we are performing, just consider yourself that you are in a laboratory and there we are performing this direct shear test. Okay, suppose that I have this sort of a shear box. Okay, it will slide something like this. Okay, this is the shear box. Obviously, we are applying loads using instruments, mechanical instruments. Okay, so I have applied normal stress, correct? I've applied normal stress and I fixed it over here. The normal stress has been applied. Now, what I'm doing, I'm applying some shear force. Okay, we are increasing shear force, We want to increase the shear force at the point, till the point where our structure actually breaks. Okay, this is how you perform direct shear test.
yes, sir.
In the lab, what has happened? You are trying to provide shear force. You are increasing the load. You are increasing the load. And suddenly, what happens? Electricity goes off. Okay, during mid process, electricity goes off. Now, specimen has not failed. Okay, your instrument has stopped at a certain value of shear force. You know all the dimensions, everything is known to you. Now tell me, how will the graph of direct shear test be?
It will be a straight line graph only. So we have to compare different test results to actually get the value of shear strength. If the shear stress value, what we plot from the Moore circle is lying below the shear strength of the curve we obtained from direct shear test, then the specimen is regarded as it doesn't fail, it is safe. So
can you draw it? Can you draw it and then
yes,
show
sir.
it to me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the shear strength line that you have drawn, okay, that inclined line at any slope, how can you draw a line if you do not have a point? The problem is, in direct shear test, you have not got what is the value of shear stress. Okay, because your specimen has not failed actually. Normal stress you still know what the value of normal stress you have applied, but how you find you calculated or you know what is the value of shear stress? Let me tell you what actually you have missed in an assumption. Okay, you have missed that the stresses are known only after the failure of specimen has occurred. Okay, in that case, the graph of direct shear test will be a parallel line, will be a line parallel to y-axis, because we know only the normal stress. We do not know what is the value of shear stress. Okay, we know only this value. So either it can be parallel depending upon what is phi, because the parallel line actually indicates that the value of phi is 90 degrees. Okay, which practically is not possible. So we say that if the specimen has not been broken, it has not failed, then we cannot draw the direct stress diagram, direct shear test diagram. Okay, you cannot draw because you do not have 2 points.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Also, one more interesting question. We all know that everyone says concrete is weak in tension. I want to know why concrete is weak in tension. Why? What is the reason?
So concrete is a brittle material, and the grains of the concrete are actually it is not compact structure. Like if we compare it with a steel, Steel is more like molecular force of attraction is greater in steel, but for concrete, it
So
is
you're actually contradicting yourself. If the steel has more packed structure, it should be less ductile. Oh, you are contradicting yourself.
No, sir, I didn't mean like that.
Yeah.
But I think because of the brittle nature, I think it is the tensile stress is low.
Yeah, to some extent you can say, but that is not the exact reason why this concrete is weak in tension. Okay, no problem. Lakshman, tell me, what is the reason that we use steel as reinforcement in concrete? Why not other material?
Sir, it is because the coefficient of expansion of steel and concrete are almost same. That is in the range of 12 into 10 raised to minus 6 per degree centigrade. So since the expansion coefficients are matching, we prefer steel as reinforcement. Also, we can say that bamboo is another material which is having coefficient of expansion similar to that of concrete, but still its strength is lower when compared to steel, so it is not used as reinforcement.
Okay. Just on the basis of alpha, we can say that steel is a better material which can be used. Any else factor? Any else factor?
It can be the tensile strength is more for steel. What concrete is lacking?
Obviously, that is why we are providing, because concrete doesn't have tensile strength. That is why we are providing steel. Okay. Anyway, no problem. Okay, and what are the disadvantages of using steel as reinforcement?
If the proper cover is not provided, there are chances for steel to get corroded. And also steel is not easily available every time. And it is an expensive material.
Steel is actually expensive. What is the market price of steel right now in your area? You know?
So it depends upon the grade and type of steel, and I think now it's about
Rough idea.
it is 70 rupees per kg.
70 rupees per kg. Okay. Okay, Lakshmi. Fine. All right. MSL, first part. Railway track, when you said that you had a side job and you were doing in railway track, first question is very common, that is MSL. It is asked in many interviews, many interviews. What is the meaning of that height from mean sea level is 200 meters? That is height from mean sea level, but not to the platform level. That is to the track level, rail level. Okay. So you told it is to the platform level, so that is wrong. What do we mean by coping? Coping is just simply your height of ground to the platform height. That is simply coping. Okay. Generally, it is 1.8 meters, but it varies from place to place. It can be less also, it can be more also. What do we mean by squaring of sleepers? When the railway tracks are laid, the sleeper has to be exactly perpendicular. Okay, perpendicular to the railway tracks. So that process of keeping sleepers perpendicular is called squaring of sleepers. Okay. Next, shear strength. I already explained you. Shear strength, how you'll plot this direct shear stress graph and all. Why concrete is weak in tension? It's not actually because of brittleness. You see, concrete is a heterogeneous mixture. It is made up of various other elements. It is cement, sand, aggregates, water, admixtures. A lot of material is there. Whenever you mix any material which cannot mix up completely, you'll have a heterogeneous mixture. And if water is there, after some time, water will evaporate. As soon as water starts evaporating, that material will try to shrink. Okay. In that process of shrinking, there is always a possibility that there will be cracks. Minute hair-like cracks will be there in concrete, which obviously you cannot see from your naked eyes. Okay. There will be minute hair-like cracks. If you apply a pull load, a tensile load, these cracks will elongate and your concrete will actually crack. Okay. And if you try to push concrete, what will happen? These voids or these cracks will actually fill the gap. So concrete is basically good in compression, but it is bad in tension. Actually, not it is bad in tension. We say it is bad in tension. If you try to take a cube of concrete, you try to pull it and you try to break it, you won't be able to break it. Okay. Obviously, you're not doing it by your hands. You are applying loads using the machines. So we engineers have not been able to build an instrument which can actually pull the concrete and break it. So that is why we do split tensile strength. Okay, that is the reason. Advantages of using steel as reinforcement in concrete. First one is alpha, coefficient of thermal expansion, that you told correctly. Second is Poisson's ratio. The Poisson's ratio of steel and concrete, they are also comparable. Okay, almost same. Then third one is, since concrete is weak in tension, so we apply a material which is actually good in tension. Disadvantages, you told correctly, corrosion and expensive. It's not easily available, or it is not easily available. That is not a disadvantage. Steel is very widely and very easily available. Obviously, it is expensive. Second most important disadvantage is, if the temperature increases, the strength of steel decreases. That is a disadvantage. Okay. Apart from that, your interview is completely fine. When is your interview?
It's on 28th, sir.
28th, man? We have time. Yes. So your part is pretty good. It's not of a problem. There are very less students who actually tell me what is the specific use of laterite soil. And this is a question which is asked in IES interviews and a lot of interviews. Okay. So yes, rest sir will tell you. From my end, I guess your technical stuff is okay.
Thank you.
Lakshmi?
Yes, sir.
Performance is satisfactory. It is good. Okay.
Thank you.
So keep the same type of pace there.
Okay, sir.
75% you answered, but you are guessing. So that is almost correct.
Okay, sir. I haven't gone through that details of CSL actually. I will definitely prepare.
But
Okay,
there don't say that you are just guessing.
Okay,
if you know, then tell yes, I know.
Yes.
Don't know,
Yes,
then okay.
okay, sir.
But if you want to guess, then you ask them. You can say, sir, actually I'm not I don't remember right now, but what I am recalling or I am guessing is that. So already you mentioned, then it's okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. And generally they ask introduction in the starting, but sometimes to surprise you, they can ask some different question at the starting of the interview. So be mentally prepared for that. Like you immediately answered me that you are smart, that is okay. Because many students get confused. They presume that they will ask introduce yourself or introduction, but many times they have asked different question also. So be ready for that.
Okay, sir.
Right? And in one word means one word. So that is good part from your side. Rest, some question may be from railway job, some question, basic questions from your ISRO job. Why do you change this job? These questions. Okay. So you can simply say that, sir. And you do not mention this. You said that you are not aware about CSL, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So check when was the last recruitment conducted?
Sir, it was in 2018.
18. So did you appear for that?
No, I didn't appear for that, sir. Because I already told you that I was working and I didn't have time to prepare for exams.
Okay, no issue. So you can say that at that time in 2018, I was not aware about the recruitment. Okay. So later on, I got this information. Then I applied. Okay. And now, since my job is contextual job, so I want to get a permanent job where I can work freely and with more dedication. Okay. They will ask why to change, why did you change this job, and then why this. So you have valid reason that this is not permanent job, and generally contracts are not renewed immediately. Okay.
Sir, there will be a question like why you choose CSL? Why you want to work?
You are from Kerala, na?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So since you will say that I was not aware about CSL. So you can then add that when I first time knew about CSL. Okay, I have gone through all the profile of CSL. Then I found that it is very good organization and which is in my own state. Okay. So this first reason is that I want to get a permanent good job in public sector. And if I see about all the public sectors, then I see that CSL is very good public sector in Kerala itself. Okay. So that will be more convenient for me to stay here.
Okay.
Right? And last thing is that work which CSL is doing is really good. And that is a growing organization, profitable organization. So if I am part of this organization, that naturally I will also get good growth in my life. Okay. Okay. The facilities which they are providing, those are good. And everything there is good. And one thing is mental peace. If I get a permanent job in public sector, then that will improve my performance because I will not have a fear of losing job or contract renewal again and again. These things. I will focus more on my work. Simply say these things. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay.